Today I'm going to be making what I've come to call a speaker shelf. Now I'll do this by taking apart a basic set of computer speakers. I take the speakers, the amp, and the volume control, as well as the grills from the satellites from this. Now of course this disassembly process is going to be different for everyone depending on what set of speakers you have. And I start off the woodworking by cutting the base of the shelf to width and length. Now I use this router to cut the hole for the subwoofer. I located that speaker in the middle, and I actually just made this little base for this router. I really like the Cyber Freight router because it's super easy just to slap your own base on it, and it spins around a finishing nail. You may not be able to see it in the video. I just cut the head off the finishing nail so it could slide right on over it. It's important when you're doing this to not cut all the way through, because then you lose your reference point in the middle, and I avoid that problem by just going most of the way through and then using the jigsaw to finish it up. And I'm not the best cutter with the jigsaw, so I can't get a super clean edge, and that problem can be fixed, however, by using this router with a flush trim bit to go back and right along the edge that you cut with the router before. I'm using the drill press here to make holes for the grill that is going to cover the subwoofer, and that's just going to be made of some skewers that go through the board. Of course, I didn't really line this up right because I didn't put a whole lot of thought into my drill press setup here. I just kind of put it in this little vise and moved it around to the holes that I marked. Now I'm putting in the nail that. Now I'm going to be cutting the holes for the satellites, and these are a little bit trickier because I recessed the grills that came on them. And this will make a little bit more sense in a minute whenever you see it come together. But basically it has a larger hole on the other side that the drill will fit into, and I did end up using the jigsaw again to cut all the way through it, and then pretty much the same procedure as last time, but with that little recess on the top. Now I'm going to be cutting the top of the shelf to length, and basically this will determine how much shelf there is. It's going to determine how far from the wall it sits. I think I decided on 3.5 inches or so, and I'm going to use pocket holes to attach that to the front. Now I don't put the pocket holes in until after I glue it, because I've had it before where I'll put the pocket holes in with like glue and it'll slide it around, and there's nothing I can do to get it back to where it needs to be. Also, I'd like to run this through the jointer after I glue it, because that way I'll have two flat edges and it'll all be square, and things come together better when that happens. Now the bottom will actually be attached with two pieces, and this is by design, not by flaw, of course. It's making a port for the sub. I know square ports may not be the best. I'm not very big into audio design, but it is ported for what it's worth. Now now that the glue's dried and I've run it through the joiner, I can put the pocket hole screws in. Here's the grill that I was mentioning before. Now I painted these black before putting them in, and of course some of the paint rubbed off as I anticipated, so I went back and touched them up off camera. They weren't very easy to fit, and I kind of knew that they wouldn't be from the start, because that's a very small hole to try to get lined up across that board. Now I'm putting the caps on the speaker. Not only did I put a cap on each end as shown in this video, but I also put dividers between the sections of the speaker, so the satellites are divided from the sub, and I'm just finished it with some Danish wool. Now I made this project a while before I edited this video, so I did lose some of the footage of me putting the volume control panel in and me hanging on the wall. Basically, the volume control panel, I just kind of sanded down that plastic so that it was flat on the top, and then hot glued it to the bottom side of it, as shown in the picture. And it's mounted to the wall with a piece of plywood that fits exactly inside, and it's just friction fit on it. And if you need more detail on that, I'll just ask in the comments, and I'll explain a little bit more thoroughly. Thanks for watching.